Hello and welcome to this episode of the Higher Ed Jobs Explained podcast, where we celebrate academia and bring education to everyone. Today,
Yeah.
we're diving into the world of assistant professorships.
Okay.
If you've ever been curious about what it takes to make it in academia,
Right.
especially if you love research and teaching,
Yeah.
this deep dive is for you.
It's a role that perfectly blends those two passions.
Exactly. We'll be using assistant professor, salary and career facts as our guide today.
Sounds good.
We're going to uncover what these professors do, how they navigate the climb to tenure,
Okay.
and explore the variety of fields where they make their mark.
And we'll definitely be highlighting how academicjobs.com can be an invaluable resource throughout that journey.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But first, let's break down the basics.
Okay.
What exactly does an assistant professor do?
Well, it's the entry-level position on the professor track at most colleges and universities. Assistant professors usually specialize in a particular field and teach a range of courses from introductory undergraduate to advanced graduate seminars.
So they're designing curriculum, giving lectures, grading, mentoring students.
Yeah.
It sounds like a lot.
It is, but there's another crucial component.
Okay.
Unlike instructors solely focused on teaching, assistant professors are also expected to be active researchers contributing to their field's knowledge base.
Yeah, that makes sense. They're not just experts in their field.
Right.
They're pushing its boundaries, publishing new findings, and presenting at conferences.
Precisely.
Okay.
It's that dual role of being a compelling teacher and a cutting-edge researcher that makes this position so demanding and dynamic.
And speaking of moving up,
Yeah.
how does an assistant professor climb that academic ladder?
Right.
What's the path towards becoming an associate or a tenured professor?
Well, the most common route is the tenure track.
Okay.
But it's important to note that not every assistant professor position is tenure track. Some are focused solely on teaching or may involve specific contract terms.
So for those on the tenure track, what are the key factors that determine if they get tenure?
Universities have rigorous review processes, and the criteria can vary depending on the institution and field.
Okay.
However, the core focus is usually on the assistant professor's publication record and teaching performance.
So it's not enough to just be a fantastic teacher. You need to be producing significant research and getting it published in reputable journals.
In many cases, yes, especially at research-focused institutions.
Right.
However, teaching excellence is always valued, and some schools prioritize it more heavily than others.
That's where a resource like academicjobs.com becomes so helpful, right?
Absolutely.
When you're researching potential positions, you can get a feel for a university's priorities based on job descriptions and faculty profiles.
Absolutely. It allows you to see what they value and whether their approach aligns with your strengths and career goals.
Now we've established that assistant professors are researchers, teachers, and mentors.
Okay.
But what about the range of subjects they can specialize in?
Yeah,
Is it limited to certain fields?
not at all.
Okay.
Assistant professorships exist across an incredibly diverse spectrum of disciplines.
Wow.
On academicjobs.com, you'll find openings in everything from business and engineering to the humanities and the arts.
It really highlights the vast possibilities within academia.
Right.
You could be researching cutting-edge medical technology one day and analyzing ancient literature the next.
Exactly. The possibilities are as varied as human knowledge itself.
So let's say someone is listening and thinking, this sounds like my dream career.
Okay.
What kind of education do they typically need to become an assistant professor?
Right.
Is a PhD a must-have?
A PhD in the relevant field is generally considered the gold standard for most assistant professor positions.
Okay.
It reflects the deep level of expertise and research experience required for the role.
But are there any exceptions to that rule?
There are a few.
Okay.
Some fields, like fine arts or law, may accept a terminal degree like an MFA or a JD.
Right.
And in rare instances, individuals with exceptional professional achievements may secure professorships without a traditional PhD.
The article even mentions an example, right?
Yes. Ted Kooser, a former U.S. poet laureate, became a professor based on his acclaimed body of work despite holding only a bachelor's degree.
Wow.
It shows that while a PhD is typical, there can be alternative paths in certain circumstances.
It's inspiring to see those exceptions.
Yeah.
It highlights that passion, dedication, and a track record of excellence can sometimes open doors in unexpected ways.
And those unique paths often bring valuable new perspectives and diversity to academia.
Speaking of diversity, I'm curious about something. If we were to look at academicjobs.com right now, what kinds of positions would we see advertised for assistant professors?
You'd see a truly vast array of opportunities reflecting the breadth of academic fields.
So,
You'd find positions focused on teaching research or a blend of both.
right.
You'd see openings in cutting-edge areas like artificial intelligence and data science, as well as traditional disciplines like history and literature.
It really is a dynamic landscape.
Yeah.
And that brings us to the practical side of things.
Okay.
Salary and job outlook.
Right.
What can aspiring assistant professors expect to earn?
Mm-hmm.
And how competitive is the market?
According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the median annual salary for post-secondary teachers in 2020 was around $86,000.
That's helpful to know.
Yeah.
But I imagine that figure can vary quite a bit depending on the field, location, and type of institution, right?
Absolutely. A prestigious research university in a major city might offer a higher salary than a smaller liberal arts college in a rural area.
Right.
Fields with high industry demand, like engineering or computer science, often command higher salaries as well.
So how can someone get a more accurate sense of the salary range for a specific assistant professor opening?
That's where academicjobs.com comes in. Many job postings on the site list salary ranges or provide salary information upon request, giving potential applicants a more realistic picture of what to expect.
That's incredibly useful for anyone considering a career in academia.
It is, and in terms of job outlook, the Bureau of Labor Statistics projects a healthy growth rate for post-secondary teachers over the next decade.
That's encouraging news.
Oh, it is.
So while it's a competitive field,
Right.
there's definitely a demand for qualified individuals who are passionate about teaching and research.
Yes, and that demand is likely to continue as the need for higher education grows and evolves.
This has been a fantastic overview of what it means to be an assistant professor.
Yeah.
We've covered a lot of ground from the core responsibilities to the salary expectations.
And we've highlighted how academicjobs.com can be a valuable tool throughout the process of exploring and pursuing this career path.
But we're just getting started.
Right.
In part 2 of this deep dive, we'll explore the challenges and rewards of the assistant professor role in more depth. We'll discuss the tenure process, the importance of mentorship, and strategies for thriving in this demanding yet fulfilling career.
I'm looking forward to delving into those aspects further.
Me too.
Welcome back to our deep dive into the world of assistant professors.
In this part, we're going to shift our focus to the realities of the role.
Okay.
We've talked about the exciting aspects, but it's important to acknowledge the challenges too.
Yeah, it's a demanding career path that requires resilience, dedication, and a genuine passion for both teaching and research.
In part 1, we touched on the tenure track and how it can be a major source of pressure for assistant professors. Let's unpack that a bit more.
Sure. The tenure process is designed to evaluate an assistant professor's overall performance
Right.
and potential for long-term contributions to the university.
It sounds like a high-stakes evaluation.
Yeah.
With a lot riding on it.
It is. Tenure decisions are based on a comprehensive review of the assistant professor's teaching, research, and service to the institution.
So it's not just about publishing groundbreaking research.
Right.
It's about being a well-rounded academic who excels in all aspects of the role.
Exactly. And the criteria for tenure can vary significantly between institutions
Okay.
and even departments within the same university.
That's where a resource like academicjobs.com can be really helpful, right?
Absolutely.
You can get a sense of a university's tenure expectations by looking at their faculty profiles and job descriptions.
Absolutely. It allows aspiring academics to align their career goals with institutions that share their values and priorities.
Now let's talk about some of the specific challenges assistant professors face during the tenure track. What are some of the hurdles they might encounter?
Well, one major challenge is the sheer volume of work.
Okay.
Assistant professors are juggling teaching, research, publishing, grant writing, committee work, and often administrative tasks as well.
It sounds like it requires exceptional time management skills and the ability to prioritize effectively.
It does. And finding that balance can be especially challenging for those new to academia.
Another challenge, I imagine, is the pressure to publish research in top-tier journals.
Yes, the publish or perish mentality can be pervasive in academia. Assistant professors are often under immense pressure to produce a significant body of high-quality research to secure tenure.
And that pressure can lead to long hours, intense competition, and sometimes even burnout.
It's crucial for assistant professors to find ways to manage that pressure and prioritize their well-being.
Mentorship seems to be a recurring theme in our discussion.
Yeah.
How can mentorship help assistant professors navigate these challenges?
Mentorship is absolutely vital for success in academia.
Okay.
Having experienced faculty members who can provide guidance, support, and advice can make a world of difference.
So it's about finding those individuals who can offer insights,
Right.
share their experiences, and help you navigate the often unwritten rules of academia.
Exactly. Mentors can help assistant professors set realistic goals, identify funding opportunities, develop strong teaching practices, and build a supportive network.
And speaking of supportive networks, how important is it for assistant professors to build connections with colleagues and collaborators?
Building relationships within your department, across the university, and even internationally is essential for academic success.
It's about creating a community of support, exchanging ideas, and fostering collaborations that can enhance your research and teaching.
Precisely. And those connections can also lead to valuable opportunities,
Okay.
such as invitations to present at conferences, co-authoring publications, or collaborating on grant proposals.
Now, we've talked about the challenges, but let's not forget the rewards of being an assistant professor. What are some of the things that make this career path so fulfilling?
Well, one of the most rewarding aspects is the opportunity to combine your passion for research with your love of teaching.
It's about being at the forefront of your field, discovering new knowledge and sharing that excitement with students who are eager to learn.
Exactly. And seeing those students grow, develop their own research interests, and make their own contributions to the field is incredibly gratifying.
There's also a sense of intellectual freedom
Yeah.
and autonomy that comes with being an academic.
You have the freedom to pursue your own research interests, to explore questions that fascinate you, and to contribute to the body of knowledge in your field.
And that freedom is often accompanied by a supportive and collaborative environment.
Universities are typically filled with passionate individuals who are dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge and who value the exchange of ideas,
It's about being part of a community of scholars who challenge and inspire each other.
and who collectively contribute to the advancement of knowledge and understanding.
As we wrap up this part of our deep dive, I want to circle back to something we mentioned earlier, the importance of using academicjobs.com as a resource.
It's an invaluable tool for anyone considering a career as an assistant professor.
It allows you to explore the wide range of opportunities available, research different institutions, and get a sense of the academic landscape.
And by reading job descriptions and faculty profiles, you can gain valuable insights into the expectations and priorities of different universities.
So whether you're just starting your academic journey or you're looking for a change, I encourage you to explore academicjobs.com.
It's the perfect starting point for anyone who dreams of a career in higher education.
The final part of our deep dive will provide practical tips and strategies for those who are actively pursuing assistant professor positions.
Okay.
We'll discuss how to create a standout application package, ace your interviews, and thrive in those crucial early years on the tenure track.
I'm looking forward to sharing those insights and empowering aspiring academics to achieve their goals.
Welcome back to our final segment on the world of assistant professors.
We've explored the responsibilities, the challenges, and the rewards.
Now let's dive into some practical advice for those of you actively pursuing this career path.
Okay.
If you're ready to start applying for assistant professor positions, it's crucial to have a standout application package.
That means a well-crafted CV
Okay.
that highlights your research experience, publications, and teaching experience.
And a compelling cover letter that connects your skills and interests to the specific requirements of each position.
Right. Many universities also ask for a research statement
Okay.
outlining your current and future research plans.
So this is your opportunity to really showcase your expertise, your research vision, and your potential contribution to the field.
Exactly. Remember, your application package is your first impression. Make it count.
Right.
And don't underestimate the importance of networking.
Yeah, networking is so important.
Attend conferences, workshops, and seminars in your field.
And I guess that's a good way to connect with established professors, researchers, and other professionals.
Absolutely.
And those connections can lead to valuable insights, mentorship opportunities, and even potential job leads.
They can, and academicjobs.com can also be a great resource for networking.
Oh, that's right.
You can connect with other academics, join relevant groups, and learn about upcoming events.
So once you've landed an interview, it's time to prepare, right?
Yes, prepare thoroughly.
Okay, so research the university, the department, and the faculty members you'll be meeting with.
Right. Practice answering common interview questions and be ready to discuss your research and teaching experience in detail.
I imagine it's also a good idea to ask thoughtful questions
Absolutely.
about the institution, the department, and the position.
It's your chance to assess whether it's the right fit for you.
Now, let's say you've successfully navigated the interview process and received a job offer. Congratulations.
The journey doesn't end there.
Okay.
Those early years as an assistant professor are crucial for establishing yourself.
I imagine mentorship is important here, too.
To seek out mentors who can guide you through the tenure process.
It's also important to continue building those relationships right.
Absolutely. Build strong relationships with your colleagues and collaborate on research projects.
And I guess keep publishing your work in reputable journals and presenting at conferences.
Yes, absolutely.
I think it's easy to lose sight of why we're here,
Mm-hmm.
and that's to stay passionate about your research and your teaching.
The path to becoming a tenured professor can be challenging, but it's also incredibly rewarding.
So if you're dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge and you're driven to make a difference in the world of academia, keep pursuing your dream.
And remember, academicjobs.com is there to support you every step of the way.
Yeah, it's a comprehensive resource for all things higher education, from job postings to career advice.
Whether you're just starting your academic journey or you're a seasoned professional,
Academicjobs.com can help you find your place in the vibrant and ever-evolving world of higher education.
thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of assistant professors.
We hope you found it informative and inspiring.
And we encourage you to visit academicjobs.com to see all the higher education jobs that are out there waiting for you.